Hey guys, just wanted to hop on here quickly to talk about how the fake friends of Nolan Wells, and I want to amplify fake because you're not acting like friends or speaking like friends, and you're acting very, very sus. They've gone on at Tatum's little show with this attorney, Paltzik, Edward Paltzik. Now, there's some things that Poetic Flacco had mentioned about this attorney and about the representation that he had earlier this year, not long ago, like a couple of months ago actually, where he represented Joe McCann. Now look into that if you don't know about that, because it's very crazy. It's very crazy that they're hiring the most corrupt people to represent them, going on the podcast of one of the most corrupt people, like on YouTube. I just want to ask, where's Bart and Wyatt? Why aren't they there? Why is this attorney speaking or answering questions very carefully to use the names Morgan, Jax, and Warren, and not like, where's Wyatt and Bart? Very weird, but what's new? What's new with this case? That's not weird. Like, what? One of the things that really spoke to me in this situation was the fact that the day after the 4th of July, when Nolan's parents were trying to retrieve his belongings from these guys, they were referring to Nolan in past tense. Okay? It's like God gave them over to a reprobate mind to make them kind of tell on themselves. And it's like every move they make to, do this public relations for themselves, try to make people feel bad for them, try to make people think they're feeling in danger. It's like backfiring every single time. Now, of course, we see these like fake accounts on Facebook, fake YouTube accounts. They're commenting on the stuff and they're saying like, he drowned. And it's just like, you guys were hired to do public relations for these people. And it's so obvious. So, I'm just praying continuously that the truth be louder than the lies. That no matter how much money these boys have, which is crazy because, like, how much sense does it make to offer $50,000 for answers and then ask for $100,000 donations for their legal representation and security? That makes no sense. Pretty sure they got plenty of money. I'm pretty sure that Give Fund Go was just another public relations stunt. And, if the world was filled with like complete morons, they would be able to get away with this. The world is spiritual. God gives certain people discernment, and he gives certain people reprobate minds depending on the condition of their heart. So I just continue to pray. I also wanted to point out that they came on this show together, 3 of the boys, which 2 of the boys are just like not even a topic. And Wyatt and Bart aren't there, and they're saying that they're feeling threatened. They're getting threats. The only example they could give of a threat was that a lady approached them asking, "Is this you?" in a video. "Are you on TikTok?" No, I'm not on TikTok. Yeah, because you guys deleted all your socials. It's just crazy. Like, okay, you're clearly not getting threats on your socials because you deleted all your socials. Can't provide any proof of that. And then Officer Tatum asks so many times, can you give me an example of one time? And they give an example of, like, they weren't threatened, they weren't harmed. It's just for people to feel bad for them. Or maybe this is like a call out to, like, the big dogs, the big elites, the big corruption people to help them. Please help me. I am just a decent white American boy. I'm just such a decent human. These are just decent humans. Jax, Morgan, and Warren, you're such wonderful, amazing human beings. You're like superheroes. And living in your superhero world of Ocean Springs, it's the most beautiful place in the country. Like, at one point, he literally sounded like he writes scripts for Donald Trump. They're great people. I just want to say they're just great people. Like, are you, like, offering them for, like, like, what? Who are you selling these boys to? Like, what is going on here? And then for them to say that Nolan's a mom should have done things differently. What? The only thing I think Nolan's parents should have done differently is had a camera on them when they went to retrieve their son's belongings from the people who didn't really offer it up to them. So we could have heard the conversation. So we could have heard for ourselves them speaking about Nolan in past tense. He was like a brother to me. He was? Oh my gosh, could you imagine that being seared into your brain and heart as a parent? You think your kid's just missing. You go to retrieve their belongings from their friends that you had to ping the phone. Like, you had to, like, search, where's my son's phone, because they didn't tell you they had it. And then you go to get it from them and they say, your son was like a brother to me. Was? It's haunting. It would be haunting. That's really all I wanted to say. I wanted to point out that, like, where's Wyatt and Bart? Are they over Pinocchio over there? The Pinocchio's lying and their noses are just growing and growing and they're the puppets holding the strings. Like, they are the ones that have so much to lose. So these guys have to show their faces and kind of take the heat and the attention off them. No. We heard about Bart from the audio call. We weren't given his name at all. We heard his name in the CETO call ourselves. That's how we found out about Bart, okay? So for people to be like, oh yeah, you're just hearing what you want to hear. It's confirmation bias. We didn't know anything about Bart before that call. Where's Bart and Wyatt? Why aren't they up there? Why don't they have legal representation saying publicly they're completely 100.00000% innocent? Where's Wyatt and where's Bart? Okay, where's their interviews? Are they just not coachable? Do they just not remember script very well? They can't get down, like, how a liar can get away with lying, like the physical deception. Like, what is it? Why aren't they out there? I don't think many people are saying that, like, Jax and Morgan were, like, the suspects or the perpetrator. It's Bart who was heard in the background. Dang it, Bart. Dang it, Bart. If Bart's there to help you, why are you mad at him? If he's there to help you tow your boat, what's wrong? What did he do wrong? Why can't they address that? So yeah, that's really all I want to say. Thank you guys.